What's going on, everybody? It's Retro Handhelds 24. Today I'm going to be doing some more gameplay of RPCS3 emulation. Until someone was telling me in my last video about, like, are you going to get the RPCSX? I already have it. It's just such an alpha build that doesn't work. I went over that in my, I don't know what video I did last, but as you can see, I have it. It's just not a release version yet of whatever alpha build or the next version up from this. So yeah, I do have it. I do plan on doing more emulation on it. I'm hoping that they will include the patches for games to run smoother with the new update on this Android version. Hopefully they do that. But we're going to be using this emulator. I'm going to do, I think, one game I got set up on here, and then we'll go to the Mini, and then we'll go to the Retroid Pocket 5 because someone was asking about Gundam, see if it works, and I put it on there. I didn't really see if it works, so we're going to find out together, but let's get it. Still working on Dragon Ball Z, Gundam, and I showed Dead or Alive yesterday. I also showed Turok. I didn't even try Dead Rising yet. I didn't install it. But there was a glitch with Turok with the green lines. It was just the resolution scale needs to be adjusted to 100%, so it just gets rid of glitches. Some games just have them. So today we're going to be doing Tomb Raider. I'll go over the settings after. I got this game to work, not fully playable, so I'm not saying it is, but with a couple hacks I was able to work around some severe graphical issues, and then on top of that get it close to playable. But as it loads, I'll pause. Okay, so we're doing 2 hacks here, as well as a bunch of other things around to get this game working. And it's not, again, as you can see with the frame rates, it's not playable. It's just I'm manipulating the system to make it playable so we can show it off. And again, it's like really slow. But, I mean, look at the water, look at the lights. Now we could get the PC version of this running on the Odin portal a lot better. I think you could do like medium settings, so pretty close. What is this? I need that. But that's not the point. The point is we're getting the PS3 emulation to work in the state that it is. Oh, I gotta hold it. So while she's lighting this, like you see this, like, oh man, it's so slow. I have this running 3 times the speed. And then on top of that, I have the the screen set at 120. And the game, I'm pretty sure, runs at 60, so I'm trying to have that help out too. Which, as you saw, it loaded up really quick, but the game might be not. I was gonna do 400, but I'm afraid it was gonna crash, and I didn't want to show it off that way. And this is 1080p at true resolution. Still, it doesn't look that good though. Probably because, again, it's the PS3 version. Press L2. Can I get out of it? Okay. Okay. Clearly not there. Oh, up here. I mean, again, I'm not showing this off to, like, you guys can play this. Was I supposed to burn that? It looks like I was. I'm just showing it off because I'll show you what I did to get this game to actually boot up and work. Because you might have a game that you're, just suffering from some graphical issues. This game is obviously one of the more demanding games. But again, we're getting one step closer to, like, just knowing what to do. At least on Android. probably gonna blow up, no? Huh. So, does she just crouch on her own? Yeah, there's still graphical issues too. I was afraid to like change anything. Stop struggling. But as you can see, like with all the stuff that's going on, her hair keeps going in and out. It's not crashing. And I'll show you what I did. Until I learn more about like how to manipulate the emulation on the Android device. There's all kinds of settings. But again, the point is this game is, like, as you can see, it's very demanding to emulate. Maybe not, like I said, you could get this game for Win Later, Game Hub, what have you, and you can run it 60 easy. And at medium settings, especially if you have 16 gigs of RAM. But I was like, nah man, I gotta get this working on the PS3 even if it runs like crap. I mean, I got it looking good, but besides your hair going in and out, just the frame rates are god awful. Alright, so that's enough of that. Now we'll mess around with the settings to see what we can do to get it to work faster. So I have it CV blank rate is 120, and I have it at auto, so it's, if it's a 60 or 30 hertz, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna go up. Resolution scale is at 100. You know, if I dropped it to 70, like it's how it comes, it may improve performance, but I didn't notice anything. But yeah, so there's not much to it. Multi-thread RSX needs to be on. That's RGB that's just normally on. Strict render mode, this needs to be on. This fixes a lot of the graphical issues. Force high precision Z buffer. We're using this again because we're turning the clock speed up in case it will help with pushing the game faster, which as you can see, I didn't see anything other than the menu screen go faster. GPU texture scaling, I'm not gonna use it. This should help with like graphical issues, but if you have strict rendering mode on, it's, you know, from my testing, there's no need to have both of them on. And then of course recolor buffers and right color buffers, those do need to go on, or like everything becomes like it's just off colors and it's like in and out with like black shaders. I have the shader precision to ultra, thinking that would help. I didn't try it with interpreter. I will test that later. I have the frame limit to auto, again because the screen's at 120 to speed up resolution. It is at 720. I thought that was 1080. My bad, guys. Hopefully it doesn't crash. I did it at 1080. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. Except for, again, her hair. but the frame rates, as you can see, that it's not like changing much, right? Oh, there goes my. So I'll just play a little more, and if anything, we're getting a little more, like 12, 14. Oh yeah, it looks better. So my bad. I always think I have the settings as I set them, and then somehow they change with the resolution, but it's the same at 1080. It was playing a little better actually, but we want to increase those frame rates. So enough with the video. And we'll go back. If this doesn't crash the game, I'll go back and drop the res to see if we do improve performance. And even with the resolution scale, I'll turn that down too. But I want to go to core because I want to show you guys a few things. We'll start with, see, it's at 300. Is it helping? I don't think so. The game might be locked. But this is where it gets interesting. I shouldn't say interesting. It's just I do have this on. That helps. And then the SPU block size mega. So this is going to be at safe. Mega helps with this game. We could try to change it now since the game is loaded. I tried doing giga while the game, like loading the game up, it will crash. But maybe if we switch it while it's playing, we might get more performance. But that's like that SPU block size from safe to mega for because it's it's a bigger game, it's more graphical, and that's it. That's one of the more important things is that we changed from safe to mega, and then I know this will crash, but for here first before we change that, let's just see in game that we changed it to giga to see if it helps. I would say it's about the same. Maybe like 1 frame better. Oh, I gotta do this. Okay, clearly we gotta blow that up. Alright, enough with that. So again, you've seen the game. It does run at 1080p 2 resolution. Let's try dropping the res because I know if I increase the speed limit it's gonna crash. So let's see what we can do if we take it down to this one. This might crash the game too, believe it or not, but let's see. Yeah, I crashed the game. Alright, I'll let you guys know if dropping the res or whatever. I just wanted to show that game off because I got it working. There is still the graphical issue with their hair and the low frame rates. We're only going to be able to push so much out of this with this version until this version actually gets a full release with optimized stuff in it, and hopefully patches come along with this version too, so we can just apply patches to certain games to make them run better. But yeah, I did want to show Tomb Raider off in those crazy settings that I had. Let's see. Someone did ask for Marvel Alliance. Okay, so I'm gonna show that game off too because it does work. I'm gonna do the same kind of type settings. So we're gonna change clock speed because it does work, but you can get more out of it because it's a smaller game. So we'll do clock scale to 100. So we run twice as fast, and then we'll go to video. Let me go over these settings. I have it 1080. Ultra shaders 1080p, write and read buffers on. I don't even know if I need this. Whatever, I'm not gonna mess with it. Force position Z buffer again because we're overclocking it. And then force CPU blit to be on, which actually I'm gonna play around with this later, but I'll just leave it as is. And then strict texture like flushing, I don't even know if that needs to be on. And then multi-thread RSX. And then we'll go to the bottom. And we have this set to 120. So if we change it to auto, we'll get the screen will think it's 120 versus 60. And if we put it to auto, it's going to double the frames, or it's going to attempt to for a 120 screen, even though it's only puts out 60. So it's like 30, it'll be 60. And then resolution scale, we're going to make it 100. I hate that I can't see that, and I have to, yep. Okay. All right, so resolution scale is 100. 1080p. And then I'll show you the driver. We got a default, so let's go to revision 1. And then we'll load this up. And I'll pause it while it loads. All right. Let me turn up the brightness, even though this thing gets crazy bright. And then we'll turn up volume. I'm going to mess around with Tomb Raider more, see if I can get any more improvement out of the game with frame rates. And if I do, I'll definitely make a follow-up video to it. Again, I really want, it's too loud. I really want Turok to work, but I think that's just going to need an optimized update. Alright, so as you can see, we're doing 60 frame rates, and it's because 2 times the speed, but when we get to gameplay, it'll change. But not by much. I think this is a 30 frame second game, so we are kind of, and since VSync is off, we're going to get the gameplay at 60 or close to it, and the audio will stay the same, see? So again, with the frame rates, just imagine if we're 30 right now, that means we're 60, because we're moving twice as fast. So again, I hate that the fact that the frame rates don't sync up like they do on the Switch emulator to show you guys, but as you can see, Captain America runs super duper fast, which is awesome. I never played this game, so I have to figure out the buttons here. I mean, do you want to play this way? I don't know. This is actually almost too fast. But the point is, you can definitely play this game at normal speed. Whoa. Okay. What do we find? This guy? Just like going on doing whatever. Alright, whatever. And also, I'm trying to make a folder with all these games so I can transfer them over, because I was just deleting them if they didn't work, if they didn't load. And I'm finding ways to load games that didn't work, which sucks because I would have to re-download them, and with time and everything, I just don't want to forget. Let's jump. There we go. Loop. Maybe this way. Ha-cha-cha, ha-cha-cha, ha-cha-cha. Okay. What's this button do? Oh, we can throw. Get the coins, get the coins. Gotta get the monies. Okay. I know this is probably like there's a way to switch characters. Maybe, which one select? I always forget on this thing. That's select. Oh, okay, so yeah, that's how you do it. We know we're gonna do Wolverine. I would do Spider-Man, but I feel like Wolverine wait. Come on, bro. Oh, okay, I know that's back, so let's try this button. Okay, it's triangle. What was that guy like? Zoom in, accept. Oh, alright, whatever. I'll figure it out. I'm sure I'm just an idiot trying to change characters, even though it's probably simple as hell. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. Throw that shield. I mean, this is so ridiculous. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh, it's Scorpion. Probably shouldn't have picked this device to do this game. I didn't realize how tiny it's gonna be. I should have known it was top down too. I know there's a Switch version. I might actually. Well, I gotta find out if the Switch version is the first or second one. I think it's the first one. If it's the first one, I'd rather do it on here because look at this, 1080p, twice as fast. I mean, it's not gonna be much better on the Switch unless we can get higher than what's 30, so it's 60. Doo-doo-doo. It's probably like one of the few games where we could take advantage versus the port version because the emulator is getting better and better. Oh, open door. Alright. Oh, graphical. Wait, am I not supposed to go in there? Oh, I see it's a loading screen.
Thanks for responding to my SOS so quickly.
Look how fast Wolverine's going. Okay. I don't know. Can I zoom in? Oh, I can zoom in a little bit. That's cool. Alright, so this game works. And I'm sure it works even better when you don't have it on fast forward mode. The fact that you can means it's going to run. Alright, let's see what it's going to be like at... I don't know if this will do it too because I got the screen set up too and the heck, but we'll see. Let's do it at 100% and see what the difference is in gameplay. Oh man, I don't even know what I did. Hey, let me know in the comments if you guys tried doing this and you don't have this issue on your Odin 2 Pro Max or Portal, because this is happening on my Mini and my Portal. I haven't tried it on my Pros yet. I gotta give love back to those guys. I haven't been really messing around with them. Because I feel like the Mini, if a Mini can do it, yeah, it crashed the game. Well, if the Mini can do it, then the Odin 2 Pro can do it. You know, it's the same thing, just with an actual worse screen. Alright, let me just make sure. Because I don't want that trick thingy going on. Oh, I didn't put it to, well, maybe that's why. We'll keep it off. Alright, it's at, the clock speed's at 100. I got this game to load. Is it gonna crash? I don't know. I got pretty high settings starting off, so we'll see. When I start a game or boot a game, I have it at the resolution scale 70. Like everything the emulator comes with, the default settings is what I start. And if it boots and we get past like this, all the intro stuff, and we get to the title screen, that's when I'll exit out and then I'll show it off with settings either applied or apply them while in the gameplay to see. So if a game crashes, it's because I didn't get far enough with testing. Tomb Raider, that was like a good half hour fiddling with the settings because at first it loaded, but then huge glitches. So it's like, all right, workaround. And then frame rate issues. Tried the workaround. Did we get past it? Not really, but it's still a work in progress. I mean, this one looks pretty good so far. Sorry. Let's do versus. Well, you know, we gotta do Goku. We'll do Piccolo. Okay. Okay, so I don't have any choices. Well, we can't do Piccolo. Of course, we're gonna do Krillin. Oh, hell yeah, we're gonna boost everything up because I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, CPU, I mean, we could leave it, I guess. I'll just drop it though. Again, we're not sure how this is gonna work out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm gonna get more DBC games. I'm already working on it. I want to get the. Okay, we're gonna figure it out as we go. Okay, what do triggers do? Super punch. That's a grab. Oh no, that's not good. Get out of there. Damage 55. Oh no, not Destructo Disc. This might be game. Should have learned controls. Oh yeah. Oh no, he's gonna get me. Oh, that's nice. So I'm sure this is supposed to be running at 60, but we're getting like an average of 44 frames, or low 40s, I should say. So you know what we're gonna do. Oh yeah. Let's see if this game is locked. Let's go back, click OK. It might crash, but we'll find out. Zoom game. Continue. You monster. Oh yeah, here we go. This is how we should be playing. This is how Dragon Ball Z was meant to be played. Ooh, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out. Oh, all the button mashes, that's all I'm doing. No! Our frame rates have definitely increased, and gameplay is amazing. It'd be better if I knew what I was doing. I wish I could do some commands. Ah. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. My wrist is getting tired. It's just Krillin. It's just Krillin. Alright, that was good. That was good. We don't need to do more. My wrist is killing me already. But hey, with that hack, look what we did. And pretty sure it's at 1080p. Yep, 1080p, and then we'll make sure it looked really crisp. I'm assuming, yeah, resolution scale is at 100. Okay, so that was that game. Pretty cool. Much better gameplay with turning the clock speed up to twice as fast. That's it for this one, because this video is already 30 minutes. We only did 2 games so far. The last game is going to be on the Retroid Pocket 5. Someone did request, I almost got resistance working, got more tweaking to do. But this one, let me just go over the settings. Here, let's kick it up a notch, and then let's go down here. Make sure that that's going to be at 100. Probably shouldn't do this to the Retroid Pocket 5. And then we don't need to change the core speed because it doesn't work. But I found out through online a lot of games actually work better on Retroid Pocket 5 than the Odin. So let's see. Alright, I load it up. As you know, be right back. Clearly, I probably had the clock speed higher on here because this makes no sense. But again, I really think this game is locked, so it don't matter. Except in like, you'll notice in the menus, if you change the clock speed but the gameplay is locked, it'll be super fast, so. Oh, I had more options last time. Original mode, maybe that's why. Yeah, let's go. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Probably gonna crash because I didn't change the clock speed to 100.
Hey, wait!
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I probably should have just did this at 100%. But where's the fun in that?
To be outnumbered. Commencing immediate attack on the target. I can handle this mission on my own.
Okay, do we need to be at these settings? Probably not. We are severely struggling.
The School of Master Asia will not tolerate failure.
Alright, let's see if we could adjust that. We're going down to 720. We'll keep clock speed on since it's working because it might actually be beneficial if we can't get full speed. Nope. It crashed. It crashed. Alright, let me load it up one more time because I know someone's curious about that, and then I'll be right back. Alright. Push mode.
I'll kill you.
Oh. What a thing to just start off with. I'll kill you. Alright.
We appear to be out. Commencing immediate attack on the target. I can handle this mission.
This is probably needing the resolution scale dropped.
Listen to me. The School of Master Asia will not tolerate failure.
Wee. Alright, we'll try one last thing. I don't want to set you guys up. If you have Retroid Pocket 5 and you're curious, probably going to need to put this at... Now, I'm not going to change it to like 90 or 80. I'll just put it at what the emulator comes at. Again, the developer made this, so we'll just go with what they suggested. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Alright, and then, here, let me close this out. And then, let's see. Advanced settings, core. We'll take off. Oh, clock scale's at 100. So why is it? Oh, it's because of my screen. That should fix it. And if not, let's just change this to 60. I mean, I think you guys are more curious about if the game works in general than versus what all this crazy stuff that I'm doing. But we'll do 70% of 1080p. Alright. Let's see if the frames per second improve. It's looking better. It's looking better. Oh.
I'll kill you.
Jeez. Yeah, just go with default settings, I guess. It is what it is. I'm gonna be testing, like I said. I'm gonna put more games on here, see what we get playing, because I was very surprised. Resistance, I was able to play and shoot and stuff, and the frame rates were like, I would say like 15, 17. But again, that was like with all those crazy settings. So I'm gonna try it with, the basic stuff, the default settings, and see if we could get actual gameplay on here too. I don't know.
Commencing immediate attack on the target. I can
I'd
handle
say it's
this
like
mission.
tiny bit better, but I don't see much of a difference. Alright, we'll try one last thing. Oh wait, before we do anything. Silly goose. Wait. Yeah. Let's try the RP5's turnip driver, maybe that's why. No, it's doing worse. Alright, let's get out of there. Go here. I don't think BioSense is gonna work, but we'll go to settings, advanced settings, video, and then we'll drop it to 720. Alright, this is lowest of the low, unless you want to go lower than 720. I'm not sure what's gonna help in this case. But see, sometimes when you change the settings, as you can see, it still looks really crisp. So it's not dropping the res. That's why it's still running slow. But maybe get this to load the shaders. Swing and a miss. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, I'll work on that, and I'll make a post if settings can be adjusted. But it does work. It's just I need more work on it. I didn't think I would have to do so much to get better gameplay. Definitely got to tweak the settings, and I did get this running. Just didn't have time to play with the settings really to optimize it for the Retroid Pocket 5. So don't just download Resistance and put it on your Retroid Pocket 5 and think it's gonna work. You're gonna have to drop the res, and then I don't even know what settings that I put Resistance on to get it to work versus the settings that I found out about now to get things working versus those settings. I think GPU texture scaling got it working on the Odin, but there was other things I forgot at this point. I'll have to go over it. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Take care.